folks, it's Dane at Jonah Guitars. I'm going to be doing a setup and a pickup swap on an Epiphone. It's actually in the house still, so I just wanted to kind of set this up though, and I'll give you more detail as soon as I have the guitar in front of me. But it's brand new. He bought it for his son, and he wants to make sure all the frets are level and all that sort. I'll be fret rocker, and I'll do a full setup on it anyway, and then swap out. He's got a passive set of EMGs that come with everything, all the pots and switches and everything is supposed to be completely plug and play. So we'll see what happens. That's it. Stay tuned. Okay, so here it is. This is actually a pretty decent case. It's a Gibson case, and it's got some pretty tough looking latches on it. So they open up. Well, the chair's rotating. They open up fairly easily. Got a little push button underneath them. It has to push in to let go. All right, so they are open. Now, so we got here. Oh, there's no strings on it. I should have remembered that. He showed it to me yesterday. So yeah, Epiphone. Got the crown inlays. Looks like a an ebony board. It's got the Graphtec saddles in the tom bridge. I'm pulling these pickups out, and then all the wiring and everything's going to go away. So first things first, we'll get it up on the bench here. Well, okay, we're back in here. Took it out of the case, and then my wife had lunch ready, so I went and had a taco. Played a couple games of Mastermind. This is month and 2 days into my knee replacement surgery. See it? No, I missed it. There's a little window right there. Anyway, doing all right, according to my PT guy. I might not leave that in. Some of you guys might be queasy. Anyway, this was a pretty nice looking top here, I think. I don't know if that's a veneer or how thick it might be. The back is just black, so no telling really. So I get into the camera. Nice looking guitar though. I like it. I like the gray kind of thing they got going on here. It does look like it got sanded a little close right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely light right on that edge. So they color sanded the thing. Might have burned into it a little bit. Gosh, do I know what that feels like? Anyway, so they've got, I was going to say, they've got these things set up now where parts don't fall off of them. So there's, I don't see anything in the holes here, but they're definitely, oh, they're magnetic. Check that out. All right, so they've figured out a way to keep the bridge on when you don't have strings on it. And then the tailpiece, or the stop tailpiece, has a couple little tabs inside. I'm too high. Tabs inside that just squeeze the posts. Now, some of you have probably already run into this, but I have not run into this before. So they just snap right on there, so you don't have to worry about the tailpiece sliding off on you when you're restringing or cleaning or whatever. So that's nice. Now, I have I was kind of in my mind thinking that I would be able to do a sound comparison between these pickups and the new pickups, but there are no strings on here. I'm not going to restring this just so I can do a sound sample of it with these pickups. And I don't know why I took the strings off. Maybe he was thinking he was going to do this and decided against it. I don't know. Let's do a real quick fret level, fret check here. I could pull a notch straight edge down, but I got a straight one right here, so let's just do that. It's definitely got backbow in it with no strings on it. I don't know how long it's been sitting like that. I hope not terribly long.
I'll do a fret rock around it and see if we get anything, and then if I do, I'll straighten it out. You can't see me because I'm farther up the neck. I'll be here before long. Oh, we do have a high fret right there. Number 4 is high. Number 4 is high right in the middle. Number 5 is high on the treble end. Number 6 is high. Now these aren't anything so horrible that it'd probably be an issue, but definitely going to flatten the neck out a little bit and see how they read. These are all doing pretty good at this far.
I ran across these things though. My wife sent out here to help me be organized. So I'll just grab one. There we go. Oh, little purple cup. Put the parts in there. 4 or 5, so there's 4. All right, so let's loosen this thing up a little bit. So it went from completely loose to PUA truss rod in a heartbeat. All right, let's try it now. I should get my, still got a bit of a hump in that center there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a notch straight edge down here. I'm pretty sure that being an SG copy. Wow, interesting. There we go. That says it's flat now. There's still ever so slightly high in the middle here, but just barely. I can just sort of do that, so it's really right there. No reason. I mean, if I'm going to have fret rock, I'm going to have it. We had it at the 4th fret. Still got it. We had it there, but we don't now. Let's go over here. You know, this camera angle is not working very well, is it? Sorry. All right, I'm gonna start. I told him I'd do a little work on this thing. So it definitely has some 4th fret action here. Nothing out there. If you're doing this sort of thing, you really got to pay attention to, how far you're going with it, because you end up making this fret high, and then you're really screwed, because then you're going to need to re-level everything, because you take these down, and then you got to take that down, and you've just done too much. And you're going to be messed up. Says I got a little tiny bit there. None of these are so bad that I think it's going to be an issue anyway. But there's no reason why we can't doctor it up with fuzz. If I get too many more of these, I'm just going to level it. Yeah, but they're just spotty. So the pickups, sorry, EMG Revelation. Not Revolution, Revelation. I first started building guitars over 20 years ago. StuMac was selling EMG passives. These are passive. Well, I'm trying to get these out of here without destroying the packaging, but it's not going to happen. So let's just cut it. Anyway, so I bought some of those EMGs, 21, 2, 3 years ago from StuMac, and they weren't bad. They sounded really good in one guitar. Oh, my Telecaster, my first Telecaster I built. They sounded really good in one. I only had one pickup in it. And then my other The next guitar I built, I showed you that one. It was that copper pedal plate one. Let's zero in here. There we go. It had it was really trebly with those pickups in it, so I ended up putting GFS pickups in it, and I still have those EMGs up in the cabinet here. One humbucker and one P90. So we have a packet full of directions and a package full of parts. So we've got springs and screws down in there, wiring harnesses, nuts and washers, and some silicone compression connectors. That you get orange thing right there. And then we've got the actual pickups. 4 pots, output jack. Uh-oh. I might have to solder something. Who knows? And then a little sticky block where you put everything, plug everything in, and then you screw wires in as well. Anyway, what do we got here for pots? The pickups just plug in, or the harness just plugs into that. And then unless you've never seen EMG pickups before, they just have a connector similar to that on the back of the pickup itself. Well, and so it has a little cover on it right now just to keep the pins from being damaged. And yeah, so basically you pull all the parts into place and then you start connecting things. So it's a 4-pot system, Gibson, Les Paul or SG system. And before I do much of anything else, I'm just going to take a quick perusal through the directions there and just make sure that everything makes sense to me. I could probably go ahead and pull all this stuff out without hurting any. My phone is low. Oh, it is really low. Okay. I might just do that anyway. I might go plug my phone in while I'm reading my pickup directions there, just so that I can continue to work on this without interruption. You know, before my phone goes dead, I think I am going to just flip this over and pull the back cover off just for kicks and giggles. Oh, stop with the low battery. Okay, I know it's low. There's my cup. Still don't like the whole strap button in the middle of the back of these things. I did a video. I bought a really cheap Epiphone SG a couple years ago, and I did a video. And I'm surprised how many people just totally got upset about me putting a hole at the end, well, this end, at the end of the horn for the strap button. And it only gives you a couple inches, I mean, in reality, difference, but there's enough leverage that it wasn't super annoying any longer. Not going to say that it isn't still got a little bit of neck dive to it, but not anything close to what it had. So, okay. These are all basically plug-in as well. It's cute. We got little, can you see that? No, you can't see that. All right, so these are all plug-in. Wait a second. There's no switch in here. Oh, you know what? Maybe since that just plugs together, maybe they've taken advantage of that feature. Don't know. I won't know until I get there. But that would be nice, not to have to mess with the switch. Anyway, just the 4 pots to drop out, and then the They don't, oh, I just noticed that. They don't have a front plug-in on this. They've got it on the edge. The old SGs, the Gibsons have it on the front, as does my $250 SG Epiphone. So I have no ideas what these go for. It does say this was handcrafted in China. And I didn't even know that they were doing these, and I thought these were Korean or something. Anyway, it's got locking tuners on it, which is interesting. And one of those was almost completely out, which very close to getting lost. All right, I'm going to go do what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to plug my phone in, charge it back up, read the directions here, and I'll be back.